Alright, so today, not a fancy video. I'm just gonna give you the straight up formula that I would use if I had to start all over again and make 10 grand a month. The most efficient, with the least downsides, with the least risk, but the biggest upside as well. At this stage, I've already made a couple million with my business. We'll throw up a couple payment processors here. A lot of the people that watch this channel obviously are more in the beginning stages of things. So with everything I know now, all the tools that are available now, I would do very different things than what I initially did years ago to reach my first 10 grand a month, which was in like 2018 by starting a social media marketing agency and running advertisements for local companies. Now that was a great business, right? As some of you may have heard of it, like SMMA type of stuff. However, I wouldn't say that it's the easiest business model, and I wouldn't say that it's got the most upside. And that's also the reason why I quit that agency after hitting about 20 grand a month way back then, right? 2018, 2019. The 10K formula, okay, that I want to give you guys today is based on what is true today with the technologies that we have these days, with the trends that you can play into that are only on the rise, etc. The business model that I really want to tell you is, first of all, like the formula that I personally myself would use. I would want it to have a couple things. So I would not want it to include me having to spend money, right, to make money. Because if you are in a business model, first of all, this is like the death trap for any starting entrepreneur, right? If it's your first time business, you don't have a set track record of success yet, right? And you actually are going to start a business where you need to put in cash to make cash. Well, you're gonna have a trial and error period, right? And that may last a month, right? It may last 9 months, right? For you to make a full-time income online. And if you're having to sink continuous money into that business to make it work, then maybe by month 2, you haven't made it yet. You would make it by month 4, but you gotta quit, right? Or you gotta fucking call your mom up and do all that, embarrassing shit in order to continue. We don't want that, okay? We essentially want a business model that has 100% possibility of success if you don't quit, right? And obviously that possibility of success only comes when you continuously, seek feedback and you iterate, and then you get closer to the bullseye of where you actually start making cash, right? Now, you can only do that if you're in a model where you don't have to continuously sink money into it for the reasons I just gave you. So that would be the first thing that I would not want, okay? The second thing is I would really not want to trade my time for money too much, or I would want to do it in a highly leveraged way. But for me, for example, my first ever business was a social media marketing agency, and that was actually pretty good because I wasn't really trading my time for money. I was hiring a couple freelancers, which did increase the complexity a little bit and lower down the profit margin. But yeah, it was okay, right? A lot of people nowadays will go into more so online jobs rather than businesses, right? And so, that's good for some people. It's never been my mentality, but for some of you that may be more suitable, right? So for example, doing appointment setting or, copywriting or stuff like that, you could work with different clients too in that case. But, that's another thing, right? But then another thing, if I would restart over now, is I would not want to have any cap, right? And what I will tell you, right, and you probably will agree with me in this video, is that if you really think about it, most businesses that don't have as much of a cap to it require you to put in money to make money. Give you some examples: Forex, right? Drop shipping, Amazon products, right? Selling that type of stuff. All of those things, you can scale them pretty far, right? If you are able to make it profitable, you can scale pretty quickly. However, those business models are hard to get to that point where you're making it work because obviously this reason, multiple reasons, but that one is a big one of them, right? Now, this business model, this formula that I've created, right, for brand new beginners and that we're teaching to people, basically has all of the benefits, right, that I'm mentioning here, but not the downsides. So what I'm mentioning and what I'm talking about is a business model that I have called hybrid commerce, okay? And the reason it's called hybrid commerce is because we're basically, hybriding our business where we're able to create an income in different ways, but through the same exact system, right? So we're not spreading our focus too thin, but at the same time, you're able to hybrid your business. Now, what does that mean? Okay, what does it entail? Well, hybrid commerce is a model that I've created that taps into the attention economy, okay? Well, that is spelled fucking wrong. The attention economy, and then also capitalizes on the education industry, okay? And so what that means is that all that you're gonna do in hybrid commerce is you're gonna build up a small digital brand, okay, essentially. So you're gonna basically get views on social media, on a new Instagram or YouTube or Twitter or whatever it may be that suits your boat. You can do this anywhere. In a certain niche that you're already watching and you already like, right? So it could be, you know, self-development, it could be, you know, money, investing, crypto, right? It could be health and fitness, any of those things, right? And now I already hear you're thinking like, okay, I don't want to build a personal brand, I don't want to show you my face on camera, right? I don't have anything to talk about, right? Those types of limiting beliefs. But actually there's various ways to go around those things. So you can actually do this with or without showing your face, right? Just as well, or like close to it, okay? You can actually obviously make more higher conversions if you show your face online because that's just the nature of the game. But you can also absolutely do this without showing your face. And you can also do this without editing videos or without doing all those things. And once you do that, right? Once you basically get attention, okay, so that's going to be right here. And how you do that is simply reposting viral shorts, okay, viral clips online so that you get attention in, for example, right, the fitness niche, okay? So what you can do, what you can kind of think of here is to literally start reposting viral bodybuilders, people that are speaking about fitness, all that type of stuff. And what you're going to create here is an audience, right, with all these different people that are watching your page, etc., that are interested in becoming more fit, right? So once you've done that, right, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna monetize that in various ways. That's why it's called the word hybrid, right? And so how you do that is, first of all, you're gonna get paid, right, for the views that you get, right? Now, second of all, what you're also gonna get paid for is affiliate programs that you can actually promote, right? And so how you're going to do that is you're going to go to a website like, for example, ClickBank, and you're going to find your niche on that website, like health and fitness or money or whatever. And from there, you're going to get a promotional link that you're going to put in the bio of the social media page that you're talking about. Now, once you've done that, right, you can simply put in the caption of your videos, right, like, hey, refer to the link in my bio for an additional free training if you want to go deeper on this, right, something like that. Just off the top of my head. And then a subset of these people will actually go, right, will actually go and click that link. And then a subset of those people will actually convert, right, to right here and buy that product. And if you're doing that right, you're gonna get a 50% commission on that product, which is gonna equal, you know, 500 to 800 bucks. Could even be 1K, right? And that's all about choosing the right affiliate partner. If you want more insights on that, you can actually check the description of this video and you can message me on Instagram, okay? Just message me, okay? M-E, me. And then I'll send you a training that covers like more in depth how to find these people. I'm just giving you a high level overview of this business plan right here, right? So feel free to message me on BoydHookBiz on Instagram. That's my second account. I have another account, but BoydHookBiz is where you'll find all the business content, okay? So, that's basically how you get those commissions, right? And what you're doing here, right? Because we all know that the attention economy is always going to rise, and also the education, right, industry is also going to rise as well. And so the business models that people are preaching out there right now are very much, you know, either you're going to, you know, like collaborate with a certain creator and then they're going to run, you know, the product and you're going to do the marketing in the back end and you're partnering with someone. But at the same time, you don't actually have to do that whole complicated process. You can actually build your own little brand, get your own eyeballs, and then literally just partner by clicking a couple buttons with an affiliate offer, right, that you can then start promoting. And then once you're doing that, right, once you get the hang of that, if you want to at the end, ultimately, you can also start adding in here your own product, right? Own product, right? And so essentially what you can do here is you can start as a pure beginner with other people's content and with other people's product that you're promoting, right? And obviously, if you're actually reposting someone else, you have to give them proper credits, right? In the caption, all that stuff, that kind of speaks for itself, right? You can also very easily put things together and put, you know, certain little videos together, or you can hire an editor. All of that, all of those different methods are also called in are also covered in the training that I'll send you if you send me a DM on Instagram. But that's the essential formula to making this business happen. Now, you can grow out, because if we just agree here, everybody that's making the most money online in the easiest manner is basically selling online courses. They have built a brand and now they're monetizing it by selling a course, right? Or a coaching program or something like that. Now, you've probably wanted or thought about maybe tapping into that as well, right? Because you're like, okay, well, that seems to be the best model. However, you don't know how to sell, right? You don't know how to market essentially, and you don't know how to hire a team, build a product, do the coaching, and the most important thing, you don't have an offer yet. You don't have an offer yet, right? That you can sell for thousands of dollars. Now, because of those obstacles, it's pretty much very difficult for you to tap into that coaching business space right away. But with this model, you can kind of start here, right? And once you get to 10, 20 grand a month, you could even bring this all the way up to 50, 80 grand a month if you wanted to. But you can also, at the end, ultimately, if you wanted to, you could add your own info product, right? Or add your own coaching about whatever it is that you've learned a lot about since posting content continuously in that certain niche, right? And that can once again be anything, and it can just be something you like, right? Like something you're into and are kind of watching regardless of any business interest, right? And so this is a formula that, once again, doesn't require any money, doesn't really require any difficult skills to begin with, doesn't require you to have any, have major startup capital, or have, the most important thing, have to sink money into it to get money out of it. That's a very big one. But you can basically scale this as far as you want, because there is no cap at all. Because essentially, once you've basically created your setup where you have your affiliate partner and you have a little bridge page, like a link tree, right, where you link them to, and then you go to the affiliate partner. And if you want to take it a little bit more complex, you can obviously set up a funnel with emails and autoresponders. And we'll cover all of that more complex stuff in the training that I'll send you through Instagram if you want. However, right, you got to think of it like this. There's pretty much no other business model, or there's very few business models that have a flywheel effect this big, right? Because if you think about it, basically it's like a snowball rolling down a hill, right? Compound interest essentially. Because you build an audience here, and here it may be like 100 people, then it becomes 1,000, right? And then it becomes 10,000, right? Because that audience is building on itself, okay? And that's why it becomes more easy to grow that even larger. And your income, right, is gonna grow with that just as hard. Now, here's the biggest key, because look, obviously multiple businesses have this, right? Because, okay, now you're getting more clients. Now those clients refer more clients, even in a marketing agency, like what was my first business. But the biggest thing here is that, for example, in a marketing agency, that's the reason I also quit that at 20 grand a month. And I was like, okay, well, every time I add a client, it adds complexity. I have to hire more people. It just becomes more complex, more work, and lower profits. Well, with this business, you do the exact same amount of work, right? Whether you're making, $100 a month, or whether you're making 100, or like 50 grand a month or whatever. Okay, you're doing the exact same work. Maybe it's even less here because you have the money to hire some VAs to cover menial tasks, or a video editor or whatever. I hope so, that you would do that if you're a smart business owner. So basically you can grow infinitely, but your stress or your workload or your complexities are not going to grow with that. And that's the most important concept to understand, because also that concept, right, and that reality really is so motivating for your own mind and for your own subconscious brain, because you basically will be fully aligned to go forward in this business model, because you know that it's not going to be any more work. It's not going to be any unfun stuff that's going to be created when you create more money or more views, etc. Because you're still just having to post 2 times a day or whatever. Or maybe if you're doing it really hard, right, like if you created a second account, etc., then you should already pass this stuff. But if you created that, then you would hire some people to do that. But it would be very simple and easy. It's very high leveraged. So you can start, right, this process that I showed you before, literally now, by picking a niche and then picking an affiliate product that matches that niche, and then starting to repost, right? Finding 5 to 10 accounts in that niche that you can model, okay, that you can make similar content to, and then start posting, twice, 3 times a day. Maybe twice a day is a good starting point, right? And twice a day, repost reels, viral reels, or make your own viral reels, right? There's also a strategy where you just whip your phone out, you make a pan around video and you put a caption in it. So you do written content on Instagram that works extremely well. Okay, we also cover that in the more extensive training as well. So, that's literally how you start. And then you can start with like 60 to 90 minutes a day. So that is honestly like the #1 plan that you could use. And basically the business model that I personally started with, right, to make my first 20 grand, 15, 20 grand a month was a marketing agency, right, running just Facebook advertisements for local businesses. And then from there on, what I actually did, right, just to explain to you also how I kind of got here, what I did was I had basically had a YouTube channel during this time of running this marketing agency, right? So at some point, all these people were actually asking me how to do this. And from there on, I started this coaching business because I had a YouTube channel, I had an audience. Once again, I had an audience, and then I created a product once people started asking about it. Now, obviously for me in the beginning, like I didn't know that you could also partner with other products, this and that. So I just created my own, and you can do that too, but it just, obviously that's way harder. It requires a lot more skills. Whereas with this model, you only have to focus on just getting views because you're not dealing with any of the aftermath because of the concept that I just explained to you of this, right? You're not doing any back-end work, right? Which is because you're just promoting affiliate stuff. You're just getting views on social media. And whether you get 100 views or 1,000,000 views, that doesn't increase any workload. You know what I mean? It's just very high leverage. So the reason that I don't do that now, right, with the affiliate program, the reason that I have my own programs is obviously because I don't mind that extra complexity, right? And I don't mind, and I have all those skills, right? And I'm obviously a seasoned entrepreneur who's already made a couple million. So I'm at that stage where I can do that. I'm just saying it's probably not the best idea to start with, okay? So you can literally start that in like 1 to 2 hours a day. Start doing that. Start getting that snowball rolling down the hill and start building an audience in a niche that you like. And then from there on, go all these different ways in monetizing it if you want to, okay? So once again, if you want to know even more about this business model, about this plan, and a full 2-hour breakdown of it with example pages, with all the AI tools you can use, with everything I mentioned right here, then go ahead and DM me on BoydWhoBiz on my Instagram. It's linked in the description of this video. And with that being said, any questions, I'll see you in the DM, and I hope this was valuable to you.